For thousands of years, humanity learned how to control fire. Steam, then electricity. Each discovery changed the world. But one discovery changed everything. Not because of its size, but because of what it revealed. That inside the atom there was a power capable of reshaping civilization, or ending it. This is not just the story of a bomb. This is the story of the nuclear age. At the beginning of the 20th century, the atom was believed to be the smallest possible unit of matter. Solid, stable, untouchable. But experiments began to challenge that belief. Something inside the atom was moving. The atom was not solid. It had a nucleus. And inside that nucleus, enormous energy.
Then, in 1919, Lord Rutherford confirmed Einstein's theory by smashing the nitrogen atom. By 1934, Italy's Enrico Fermi and France's Frédéric Joliot had made substantial progress. Meanwhile, in America, scientists like Arthur H. Compton, Harold C. Urey, and Ernest O. Lawrence were carrying on intensive research. In 1939, Lisa Meitner, exiled from Germany, computed the results which could be obtained from splitting uranium.
In 1938, scientists made a discovery that changed everything: nuclear fission. When a single atom splits, it releases energy. More energy than any chemical reaction known to humanity.
That the German physicists Hahn and Strassmann have just verified that the uranium atom under neutron bombardment actually splits into two parts.
The discovery was complete. What came next was not. As war spread across Europe, scientists realized something terrifying. If the atom could be split, a weapon unlike anything before was possible, and Nazi Germany might build it first. The United States could not take that risk. A secret project was approved. Its goal was simple: build the bomb before the enemy did. The Manhattan Project. Thousands of scientists working in total secrecy. At its center was one man, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and a question humanity would soon regret asking. At first, nuclear fission was just another scientific breakthrough. A discovery meant to understand the universe, not to destroy it. But the world was changing. As totalitarian regimes rose, scientists began to flee. Among them were some of the greatest minds on Earth. In 1939, a warning was sent to the United States. Nazi Germany might be building a bomb. The response was immediate. What began as research, it became a race. A race against time, a race against fear. The largest secret project in human history had begun. Los Alamos was chosen for one reason: isolation. Thousands were brought here. Physicists, engineers, families. Most of them never knew the full purpose of their work.
The roster included many of the recognized leaders in modern-day physics and technical specialists from all parts of the world not then under enemy control. Sir James Chadwick headed an array of top British physicists at Los Alamos, and this group made invaluable contributions to technique and design. Professor J.D. Cockcroft, first to split the lithium atom in 1932, was another British consultant who gave vast help. Niels Bohr, one of the modern giants in physical science, made himself available after his escape from Denmark via Sweden. Measurements of the nuclear constants were refined and extended. Methods for purifying materials to be used were developed. Finally, in July 1945, a practical bomb was completed. This, briefly, is the history of the development of the atomic bomb.
At the center of it all was J. Robert Oppenheimer, a brilliant mind and a man carrying an impossible burden.
On the one hand, they hoped this instrument would never be used in war, and therefore they hoped that we would not start out by using it.
The challenge was unlike anything before. They weren't just building a weapon. They were trying to control a force of nature. Time was the enemy. Germany, Japan. No one knew who would succeed first. Some began to ask questions. What happens after the bomb is built? There was no turning back. Only one question remained. July 16, 1945, New Mexico. For the first time in history, humanity detonated a nuclear weapon. The test was a success, and the world would never be the same. The test was successful, but success raised a question no one wanted to answer. What would this power be used for? By the summer of 1945, the war in the Pacific was reaching its final stage. An invasion of Japan was expected to cost millions of lives. American leadership believed the bomb could end the war. A decision was made. August 6, 1945, the bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. In a single moment, a city disappeared. Tens of thousands died instantly. Many more would die in the months that followed.
Two bombs, a uranium device codenamed Little Boy and a plutonium bomb called Fat Man, were now transported to the Mariana Islands. At 2:45 in the morning of August the 6th, Tibbets lifted his plane, named Enola Gay after his mother, off the runway. On board, he was carrying Little Boy. The flight to the target, Japan's fourth largest city, Hiroshima, went without a hitch. At 8 a.m. on a bright sunny morning, Enola Gay approached the city at 33,000 feet. Then, at just after 8:15, Little Boy was released. The uranium bomb had the power of nearly 13,000 tons of TNT. The temperature beneath the mushroom cloud reached 5,000 degrees centigrade. Thousands of people were instantly vaporized. Shock waves leveled buildings up to a 5-mile radius. Estimates of the death toll vary hugely. Some put it at 40,000 people, others at 100,000. The plutonium bomb was even more powerful. In fact, the bomb fell way off target, but it still caused massive destruction.
3 days later, a second bomb was dropped. Nagasaki. The world now understood what nuclear weapons truly were. The war ended, but something else began. The nuclear age, a world where humanity gained the power to destroy itself, and has lived with that reality ever since. The atom changed history, and history has never been the same.